So I have a whole bunch of rocks with agate on them, or just agates, and I always said one day I'm going to face polish them, but like I have so many in here that that'll never happen. So I think what I'm going to do is grab some bunch of small ones and throw them in the vibratory tumbler, see what happens. Found some pretty cool stuff over the last couple of years. So this one I'm not sure about tumbling, because I think it will kind of disintegrate. This side might be okay, but this one I'm definitely going to keep for a face polish. But I have tumbled this kind of stuff before, and it turned out not too bad. So I might give it a shot. And I know if they go into the rotary tumbler that would just destroy it. So the vibratory tumbler is if I put this in the rotary tumbler, I know it would just destroy it, so it would be best to throw it in the vibratory or face polish. Maybe I'll throw one in the vibratory and keep one side for face polish, just in case. But I'm thinking it might be all right. So we will give it a shot, see what happens. And if you don't know how a vibratory tumbler works, I have to add some tumbling media, some ceramic media to this to help get into the small places and stuff like that. It doesn't turn like a rotary tumbler. It'll just vibrate, and it'll move things around and gently sand everything down. And there's about 3 or 4 stages that you have to go through, changing grit, just like a regular rotary tumbler. But this one is done, you change grits every couple of days instead of once a week. And I will try to show you the progress through each stage. Let's see what's happening. Alright, so this is the end of stage 1 on the vibratory tumbler, which is the 220 grit. And this is what it's doing so far. This is a big old seam agate. And we got 2 pails because I have 2 barrels. Cleaned everything off really well. And now they're going to go into the 500 stage, and I think I'm going to do it for 4 days instead of 3 days. Because I think that's a pretty important stage. It's right before the pre-polish. But these are turning out really nice. Wow. Alright, so the next time you see these, they will be at the end of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to dry one off just to give you an example of what it's going to look like right now. Here's that one we were just looking at. This is what it is dry after the 220 stage. It's got a slight shine to it. So that's only after the first stage. That is pretty cool. Alright, so the next time you see this is going to be after the 500 stage. 4 days. And here we are after the 500 stage. 500 grit. I still have to put it through the borax to get rid of all that little grit that's still stuck to it. I just dumped these out of the barrels and give them a couple of rinses, so they still need more rinsing and then some time in borax before we continue on. You can see some more right there. Where's that one we were looking at before to dry off? There it is. So I'm going to dry it off and see how shiny it is. Alright, here it is dried off. Got a little bit of a shine. But it has a couple more stages to go. But it's looking good. So now they're going to go in some borax for a couple hours. And then I'll throw them back in the barrel. And we'll see you in a couple of days after the 1200 stage. I want to cut that one more time because, man, I could just imagine what's inside there. Maybe get rid of that pocket of those little holes right there. But, I don't know. I'm afraid. I'm scared. And here we are at the end of the 1200 stage. I pulled out that agate again and I dried it off. It's nice and shiny, but it's still a little bit cloudy. So I'm going to go one more step. I have this stuff called titanium dioxide, and it's about a 14,000 grit. So we're going to try that and see if we can polish these up a little bit more for 2 days. So next time you see these will be done. Woohoo! Now let's look at a few more. These are still wet, of course, but beautiful. If I tumbled these in a rotary tumbler, all this basalt and stuff would probably be disappeared, and it would ruin the rock. So it's best to do something like that in the vibratory tumbler. This one I didn't cut open. No, I'm not going to. But they're coming along really, really nice. There are some of the rocks like this here where it has a light crusting of, I don't know, I'm guessing basalt. I don't really know. It could be just dirt too. But a lot of it's come off. Some of it stays, but that's okay. Still looks amazing. Alright, so next time you see these, everything will be done. So they are done. And I must say, they turned out pretty nice. Very happy with this. So the basalt, it doesn't shine, but that does. Beautiful. Yeah, super happy. Here's a nice nodule. Here's that piece that we've been looking at through the whole video. Beautiful shine. Wow. So I think the best thing to do is to take some nice pictures, and we'll do a slideshow. So this is what would happen if you threw all your agates into a vibratory tumbler. Well, Lake Superior agates anyways, the ones we get up here. Every agate's different, so it would be hard to tell. But some of them are, most of the ones we get here are attached to basalt or other kind of rock, mostly basalt. And then you get the ones like the seam agate here that have less material on it. This agate also. But yeah, they're mostly on basalt. Sometimes I get lucky and find one just by itself, but not too often. That's got a nice eye on it. Alright, so let's take some pictures. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys come back. I have lots of different videos to show you. Lots of rock hounding stuff. We're going to be making stuff, polishing more rocks, cutting rocks, all kinds of fun things. So hit that subscribe button, that like button, and we will see you all very soon. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye. So I'm noticing that some of them do have some fractures in them. So what I would recommend would be to put less rock in and more tumbling media. And you might get away with having a beautiful rock. But some of them did get fractured. I could feel a little bit of a dent in there. It probably happened on the last stage. Or maybe, probably in the burnishing too. That's quite possible. Because there's not enough, when the grit is thicker, it kind of cushions everything a little bit better too. I think I'm going to get wet.